What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got version 12.5.4.1 of full self-driving supervised here on the 2024 Tesla Model 3. I did put in my destination to the Apple Store because I'm going to be picking up one of the new Smart Folio cases, or I think it's called Smart Folio. One of the folio cases for the iPad Mini 7, which I also did pre-order. That's coming out next week, and that will be on my MTG Productions channel if you are interested. I'm a huge fan of the iPad Mini lineup, and even though the iPad Mini 7 isn't a huge drastic, overhaul and a reason, or there's no reason to buy it if you have the iPad Mini 6. If you don't have one, it's going to be a cool upgrade. Nonetheless, I'm going to be covering it on the channel. So that's why I'm going to Apple Eastview, and I have it right now in full self-driving. I actually do have a little bit of my coffee left from Tim Hortons, and if you guys know Tim Hortons, it's amazing. It's a Canada thing, but they have it here in Western New York as well too. So I like it. I like it more than Dunkin' and Starbucks. In fact, I use I have the Keurig ones in is it Keurig? No, I have those K-Cups, whatever they're called, at home, and they're Tim Hortons. I don't really use any other one. I like the taste of it. I don't know, it tastes good. But the thing I like with having this full self-driving, I actually just went on a Toronto trip, and I also went on a day trip to New Jersey and back, and I had full self-driving on for both trips, and it was awesome. Because here's the thing, if you can imagine actually eating food, like eating lunch while the car is driving, but that's not really that safe. But when you're driving, you like to maybe have some water or a cup of coffee or whatever it is, and it just makes it so much easier right now because my foot is not on the accelerator or anything, and I can, while I'm watching the road, I get to have some coffee, and that's a huge plus. So it really does take a little bit off from you, but you always still want to have your eyes on the road. And so far, it's been very smooth. With each iteration that Tesla pushes out for full self-driving, it gets better and better. And this is just one step further to what they want, or what they envision with the robo-taxi, the cybercab, the robo-van that they unveiled at their event on October 10th. And it's great. The one thing I noticed throughout the event, and I watched it live, it started around like 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I guess there was they had a medical emergency in the crowd going on, but nonetheless, I watched it, and I did notice Tesla didn't really share too much information. I don't know why it's giving me a left signal, but yeah, it's taking me the wrong way. That's not good. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. See, it wasn't supposed to do that, but for some reason it did. I don't know why. You're supposed to stay in the left lane or stay in the right lane and then make it left. So that's weird. But I noticed, I was like, it's not going the right way. And this is what happens. That's why you want to have your eyes on the road, especially if you know the road going to your destination. Like you know if it messes up or not. Like that was a mess up, and that wasn't supposed to happen. Right now it's green for both ways, so it's going to have to wait and turn. But usually this one has a green arrow, so sometimes we get the right of way first. With the Tesla envisions like a full self-driving, fully autonomous fleet of just cybercabs on the street, and that's cool, but they're still quite a way, and they didn't really officially unveil any specs or anything for the cybercab, for the robovan, or anything like that. But the idea sounds cool. Think about it. You have a fleet of robocabs, and you're working remote, or you're on vacation, and you have those just doing their thing, and it's kind of making you money while you're doing other stuff and being productive. And then when it's done for the day, it'll kind of pull up to the wireless charging pad, it'll wirelessly charge, and then it'll be ready for the next day. Good. So it quickly changed lanes, and it changed lanes very smoothly. There was no like stutters or anything. That's what I've noticed the past, I believe, 6 months I've had this for full self-driving now. It's been much more smoother. When I first had it, I think it was 12.3.6. very stuttery, especially when turning. Like, it was like, should I turn or should I not? Like, it couldn't make a decision. But right now it's great, and it's driving 5 over the speed limit. 55 is the speed limit. It's going 61, perfectly fine. In a little bit, it's going to have to switch into the left lane. And with the RoboVan, though, that was really caught me off by surprise. I wasn't expecting it. But again, they didn't unveil any specs or anything about it. So we kind of have to wait a little bit longer. Tesla Bot, again, the same thing. You know, it promises all these great stuff. Imagine changing the tires on your vehicle or going and getting groceries for you. These things all sound really cool, but I don't think the technology is there for the Tesla Bot, for example, to do that. But I got some questions about the Tesla Bot, like in person, and they said, well, why would someone want it? And how I see it as well, mainly, for me at least, if I were to get one, it would be to enhance my productivity and to give me more time to do work, whether it's here on YouTube or on my business. Ensure that I have more time, maximize my productivity, and giving me some more time to spend with my family. Because think about it, like the Tesla Bot essentially taking care of all your chores at home. Let's say that takes up 2 hours of your day, and you have an extra 2 hours to spend time with your family now. But if you don't have the Tesla Bot, which obviously none of us do, you're going to have to put aside time to do those chores, whether it's go get groceries, clean the house, make lunch, dinner, whatever it may be. So that's how I see it. But again, I don't know how comfortable one would be with a Tesla Bot in the house, kind of moving on its own, doing its own thing, and kind of talking to you as well. It's kind of weird. So we're going to have to wait and see. So far right now, though, I'm really happy with it. Again, eyes on the road. You have 5 strikes in total. Do keep this in mind if you have full self-driving. If you get 5 strikes, you're out. Like literally, it's just 5 strikes and you're out. You're out of the full self-driving program. You can't use it anymore. A couple months ago, I did get 1 strike, and it just kind of replenished it, refreshed, and I had 5 again. So like 5 as in like I had 0 strikes. When I went on my Toronto trip, it was kind of weird because like, so I'm driving, and again, it's the same kind of weather outside. It's nice and sunny. The sun's beaming down on me. Come on, you got to make a left because the lanes are going to merge. And no, it kind of slowly merged. There we go. Not too bad. Anyway, and I had my eyes on the road, but I'm trying to kind of change the settings on my display. So as soon as like I try reaching forward and one of my and my eye goes to look at the display for a split second, it says eyes on follow the road. And I was like, okay, so I switched back and I switch again. And then after a couple minutes, I'm like, let me change the settings on my display. So I lean over, lean forward, just a little bit, reach my hand over to the display and try to change the settings, like the temperature and also like what's playing in the background. And after a couple times of trying to attempt that, it disengaged full self-driving and it gave me a strike. So now I have 4 left as of right now, 4 left. And if I get those 4, then I'm out. So I got to be extra careful, and hopefully it does refresh. I don't know why mine refreshed in the first place. I don't even know why I got that in the first place. I'm fairly fairly good with paying attention to the road because I know anything can happen. Even if you have like a car with cruise control, you still want to make sure, obviously, you're watching the road. That's with every single car. But imagine if the entire fleet of cars right now was fully autonomous. Then yeah, it's kind of like all the cars are working together and just driving itself. That's fine. Man, I should have never taken this road because there's some lane changes and stuff. It's like they're fixing up the road, and I want to see. I'm gonna see if I can take. Should I take that exit? Yeah, I'm gonna take maybe exit 26 and see if that works. The Pittsford exit. It's easy on the highway, honestly. Especially if you're going on a long road trip, full self-driving is fairly easy. You just put it on and it'll go at speed limit and get to enjoy your coffee. And you get to have some music or whatever playing in the background. And if you have, your family or friends in the car. You get to talk with them comfortably, but while still paying attention to the road. So I'm going to have some of my coffee. Yeah, it's mainly what I usually consume on a daily is coffee and water, as well as green tea. My green tea is usually like my nighttime beverage that I have. I guess you would call it beverage, like a hot drink. My coffee is like morning, afternoon type of thing. And my water is just throughout the entire, when I first wake up, throughout the day, throughout the evening. So got to consume a lot of water, and green tea has been helping me sleep much better. So that's a plus. And here and there, I'll drink orange juice and those other types of healthy, like fruit juices and stuff. But other than that, I don't really drink soda. It's like maybe if there's like an event going on, or like once in a blue moon, I'll have some soda. No more energy drinks, none of that stuff. I used to drink energy drinks. I cut that off, and I just feel so much better. 8 minutes left, 5.9 miles. Right now, what I like about this too is I feel like since when it's in full self-driving, it kind of conserves the battery just a little bit more. So I feel like over time, the more I use it, I will get longer range. But obviously, like if you're driving the car and you keep hitting the accelerator or using the brakes instead of the regenerative braking, you're going to kind of lower the range. And that's kind of what I noticed on my New Jersey trip. I at one point, I put it in full self-driving. It was great, and then when I disengaged and I started driving, I was like, okay, this ain't looking too good. So I had to kind of engage back in, or put it back in full self-driving to get that better range. Now, do keep in mind, the weather right now is awesome. Like, it's great. So obviously the cameras are all working and stuff, but when there's no weather like this, when the weather is not the greatest, let's say it's raining really heavily, and I did make a video of full self-driving in the rain. It was not that bad, so it still worked. But as soon as the cameras start losing vision, it'll tell you like, okay, the left pillar camera has no vision, please clear it up or whatever. In fact, last night when I was coming, I think it was like too foggy, or I don't know what was going on, but like none of the cameras were working. And you know what? I'm not going to take exit 26. I'm going to go straight. But the thing is, like, I lost the full self-driving capability. As in, like, it wouldn't show the icon right here, and it wouldn't engage because none of the cameras were working. And it'll go on and off. So at some point, I'd be able to engage, and then afterwards, I would not be able to. And let's see what's going on. It's saying stay in lane, because I guess they're doing some lane changes right here. Hopefully it can kind of adapt to the changing in lanes. And I'm just excited for what's to come with the Tesla car fleet in general, the company in general. And I'm also excited for the content that I'm going to put here on YouTube. Like, there's so many video ideas I have for this channel as we're slowly getting closer to 1,000 subscribers. Definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel and support if you haven't already, because with your support, I'm able to push out more videos like this and work with more companies and brands. I have a bunch of accessory videos also in the works. I do have the yoke steering wheel that I'm going to figure out and try to install on my Tesla Model 3, and I will be making a video on that hopefully in the near future. I'm still working on that Tesla camping video. There was a point, good, and by the way, as you're watching the screen, it's easily adapting to lane change. So far so good. That's why I'm not really talking about full self-driving right now, because as you're watching and listening to me, you see that it's performing very well. It's performing smoothly, like just as if I would be driving. And what was I saying? I think I was talking about the yoke last. And the Tesla camping. So last night, well, at the time of this recording, last night, when I was coming back from New Jersey, I had a supercharger stop. Actually, I had two. The first one was a V4 supercharger, phenomenal. It charged super fast. The second one, it was like 8:30 at night, and it was like empty. I felt like I was in the middle of nowhere, and it's kind of creepy. So what I did was I took my I got these like window blinds, and I wouldn't really call them blinds, but I kind of closed the windows and covered the windows, and locked the doors. Obviously, I had my windshield cover, but that was in the trunk, and I didn't want to get out and put that up. But at least I covered the windows. I have my back window also covered too, not like where I can see from the rear view mirror, but just like the top end, the second part of this the roof right here. Obviously, because like sometimes it gets a little too hot and it shines right through. Anyway, and I felt a little bit more safe, I guess, in a sense. But you know, if I cover the windows and if I cover the windshield, then and you get the mattress, which I think the mattress won't be able to ship, so I may have to do a camping video without a mattress for now. It's highly doable. Like, it's very easy to kind of what's it called? Kind of camp in your car. And this is not necessarily for Tesla. You can camp in really any car if you really wanted to. But I don't know. Camping a Tesla is just, I guess, a little bit more mainstream, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that was a smooth turn. It's going 5 speed limit, and it's an auto max now, which I noticed. It's telling me 1 mile turn right on Turk Hill Road. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's finish our coffee real quick. Then we're gonna pick up that folio case for the iPad Mini 7. Definitely be sure to stay tuned to my MTG Productions channel, and also on TikTok as well, because I'm posting there almost literally every single day as of right now for a while. And it's been doing great so far. And let's make our way to 1,000 subscribers here on Tesla Volt. And I'm also working on my Dose of Pokemon channel as well, so be sure to subscribe to that as well if you haven't. And we're just gonna grow this channel. We're gonna grow MTG as a brand. Some people think like it's Magic the Gathering. No, MTG is my initials, and I've gotten to me Magic the Gathering and Marjorie Taylor Greene, and it's neither of them. It's funny out there, like, oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene in the comments. I'm like, no, it's my initials, and my name is not Marjorie Taylor Greene, or it's not Magic the Gathering. Like, no. But I kind of see where people get that. It only makes sense. But yeah, one minute left, and we are there, and it was a smooth ride. It's getting better, you know, and see how the car in front of me just, you know, it slowed down to make a right turn. The Tesla also casually slowed down. It didn't really slow down real fast and kind of throw me forward. It kind of slowed down, took its time, and what it has to do right now is actually has to merge into the left lane. That's what it's doing. There you go. Yep. Make that left turn. You don't need to stop because there's no stop sign, but you can go if you want. Okay, it didn't technically need to stop, but it did. Which only makes sense, I guess, since it's using the cameras. I think there's a Tesla Model 3 Performance, and I think it's someone who works here, because this car is always here. AI Pilot is the plate name. That's funny. Okay, so this is making a right turn. It's gonna bring me, yeah, it literally. See, like, I don't know. It says navigation complete. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to end up parking, but that's what it does. Like, it's great and all, but let's say it brings you to the store. I want you to park for me. Like, I don't want you to just bring me to like a street or a store and call it a day. Like, you need to park my car. And I think Tesla is trying to do that. Like, they want to make sure, like, when it's in full self-driving, it brings you to your destination, but it also parks for you. And that only makes sense, right? Because that's kind of what autonomous driving is. Like, the car is driving for you and parking for you. You're literally just getting in the car, and everything else, you know, the car is doing itself. That's what makes sense. But again, I don't know. Hopefully we get there soon. Right now, when you do like auto park on the screen, it'll park in reverse, which is, you know, I'm going to try it right now. Let's do that. Auto park ready. So it's going to park in reverse. I don't know why it does that, but I personally prefer it too. It's easier to kind of get out when you're driving. At least that's what I think. Some people may agree, some people may disagree. That's completely okay. So it has to move a little bit forward, and it brings that arrow that's showing forward. It's going to show it backwards now. There you go. And I love how it's very precise. So like, I'm sure if you measured in between the two lines, it would be like perfect. Although it parked a little too close, or maybe it's because this guy's, nah, it parked a little too close. So what I'm going to do is just bring it a little over this way. Like, I think it parked just a tad bit too close. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, park, there we go. It gives the other guy to my right plenty of space, and for me plenty of space to get out of the vehicle. But that's Tesla's full self-driving version 12.5.4.1. It's great. It's great. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.